Future-Proofing You by J. Summit. This summary is brought to you by Hook My Book. In this book, the author talks about how becoming a millionaire is possible for anyone. He says that there are 12 truths that will help you become successful. The world is fundamentally different from the one we were taught in school. The author says, attitude is everything and you have the power to become a millionaire. The wealthy people are no different than you or me, they just look at the world differently. You will only need two things to achieve lasting success: insight and perseverance. Insight is all about finding opportunities, and learning how to quickly capture the value created by changes in our society. The wealth that can last generations can now be attained in the shortest time ever in history. Perseverance comes from deep within, and you must make a personal commitment to see this journey through to the end. No one is going to hand success over to you. It must be earned. You will also learn how to bolster your perseverance by discovering your purpose. Becoming future-proof doesn't happen overnight and it won't be easy. For many, it will take longer than a year, but the moment you commit to future-proofing you, the journey begins. The 12 Truths. Truth 1. You must have a growth mindset. The growth mindset is the belief that you can improve and grow smarter, and that this growth is possible regardless of talent or abilities. This mindset is based on the belief that your basic qualities are things you can cultivate through your efforts. Wealth comes from creating money, not earning and saving it. Job security is a myth. Even for the most educated among us, there is no job security. Microsoft, Google, Apple, and Amazon keep their jobs on average for less than 2 years. The good news is that it isn't too late to change your trajectory and learn how to make money. Money can be created from thin air, just like in elementary school math problems, as long as you have the right mindset. The wealthy people in the world create this money, not hoard it or take it from others. There is never enough money to go around, so it is important to focus on creating money instead of worrying about competing against others. The first decision you will have to make in building your fortune is to decide if you want to make money the way John Mackey did with Whole Foods Market, buying items at one price and reselling them at a higher price, or the way Jeff Bezos did with Amazon, by creating a new service with a business model that will be highly valued by investors. Both can earn you money, but only one is likely to make you a millionaire in a year. The 6 techniques for developing a growth mindset are: 1. Stop failing and start learning. 2. You don't need others' approval. 3. Track your progress with a journal. 4. Focus inwardly and not on your image. 5. Learn and grow from the mistakes of others. 6. Practice gratitude. Truth 2. Obstacles are opportunities in disguise. Obstacles are the things that get in the way of your success. To be successful, you need to find ways to solve these obstacles. The first step is recognizing that these obstacles exist. Find problems to solve. Million-dollar opportunities are hidden in problems. The author suggests that if you focus on the little voice in your head, which is asking questions, every time you have a problem, you will be better able to solve it. He also suggests that you consider the problem from a different perspective and look at it from a different angle. He suggests writing down problems you face on paper. Then brainstorm it and see if you can find a solution. The solution itself is a business opportunity. Truth 3. Fear is good. Fear keeps you alive, protects you from danger, and motivates you to do things you might not otherwise do. You will not conquer your fears because you biologically cannot. The basic building block at the center of your genetic code is a fear response system. You are hardwired to be fearful. But what you can do is learn how to channel your fears. Athletes learn how to channel and control fear as a means of motivation. They harness fear as a cognitive state, which then triggers the fight-or-flight response and gives their bodies the adrenaline needed to compete. The author discusses how many jobs in the United States are at risk of being lost in the near future due to mergers and acquisitions. The average tenure for a worker in the United States is decreasing, and if a company is acquired or merges with another company, redundant employees are laid off. This has resulted in more companies closing down, impacting the surrounding businesses and suppliers. If you are still unsure about your future, consider the automotive, music, and retail industries from the 1980s, 1990s, and 2000s, respectively, which all experienced a decline in jobs. With your own startup, you can manage the risks and have greater control over your fate. So, would you rather control your own destiny or blindly accept the incompetence of others? Truth 4. Failure is great. To be happy and successful, you need to love what you do. Don't regret any experience in which you learned something new. Given that failures are inevitable, and an important part of the process of discovering success, you need to learn to love failure. Before you find success, you are going to experience a lot of failures. This is a hard truth for many to wrap their heads around. Stay confident. An extraordinary attitude will take you farther than extraordinary talents. Learn coping techniques for moving on and don't give up because you failed. Truth 5. Your unique superpower makes you successful. Everyone has a superpower. Some people have super confidence or skills in different areas. It's important to figure out what your superpower is and use it to your advantage. Superpowers define us and guide us. They are the talent that strengthens everything we do in life and frames our personal brand. The sooner you can identify and grow your superpower, the further your career will go. The challenge then is to identify your superpower and use it as a foundation for future-proofing you. In order to be a superhero, you must first identify your kryptonite. Superman's one weakness is kryptonite, which is a substance that can weaken and even kill him. Batman has a sidekick, Robin, who helps him turn his weaknesses into strengths. One way to become future-proof is to identify your kryptonite, learn how to use it to your advantage, and build a team to help you overcome it. Truth 6. Passion makes you unstoppable. A 32-year-old director of operations and marketing couldn't convince his bosses to try his new idea, so he quit and started his own company. He didn't have funds to open his first location, so he spent the next year knocking on doors around Seattle, Washington, pitching potential investors to try and raise the $400,000 he needed to start his business. He was persistent, and after months of rejection, he raised enough money to open his first location. His success didn't come overnight, and he had to live on pizza and persistence to achieve it. Today, Howard Schultz's Starbucks has over 28,000 locations, employing more than 290,000 partners. The rich taste of espressos didn't make Howard Schultz a multi-billionaire, his perseverance did. Truth 7. You can't go it alone. Mentors help people to reach their goals by challenging them and pushing them to their limits. They help people to realize their potential and help them to connect with their fans. LinkedIn is a website where people can find mentors. You can find potential mentors by looking at their articles, endorsements, and volunteer experience. If a potential mentor is good at sharing their knowledge, they may be willing to mentor you. You can also look for people who are giving you advice every day. Truth 8. Everything is a tech startup. Technology is constantly changing and businesses must embrace this to remain competitive. If you aren't using technology in your business, you are at a disadvantage. You should focus on digital goods, which are anything not physical. You should also focus on selling products online. Truth 9. You must fill a void. Too many entrepreneurs struggle and fail because they try to create an entirely new industry. Developing disruptive world-changing products such as the iPhone can take years to achieve and is hard to do. Making money by filling a void that disruptive world-changing products create is, by contrast, much easier. If you want to become future-proof, the truth that must become your guiding mantra is, fill the void. Truth 10. Spatial reality is a trillion-dollar opportunity. The author discusses the importance of mobile technology in today's world and how it will continue to grow in importance. He goes on to say that spatial computing is the next step in computing and that it will cause seismic realignments in both the public and the private sector. The MOV method is a 4-step process that helps entrepreneurs to succeed in the new spatial reality age. Mindset is important because you should have a positive outlook towards the future. Obstacles are opportunities because they can provide solutions to your problems that were previously impossible. Voids will be created as technology advances, and you need to be prepared to take advantage of them. Finally, execution is the key to success, and you need to find the right partners and employees to help you make your vision a reality. Truth 11. Working hard doesn't make you rich, working smart does. Whether you are doing a project or working full-time for any small startup, always ask for equity as part of your compensation package. You never know how big a startup can become. Remember, Google was once just 2 guys working in a Palo Alto school teacher's garage. The longer you can go building your company without needing investors, the more of the value you will get to keep when you eventually sell your business. Truth 12. Remote workers are your new competitive advantage. With so many corporate employees working from home, it's now easier than ever for startups to access very skilled, specialized, expensive talent. Finally, you must ask these 4 questions for creating sustainability. 1. What beliefs are core to your company? 2. How do you measure success? 3. How do your sustainability goals compare to the rest of your industry? 4. What strategies can you use to increase your company's sustainability? End of the summary. Thanks for listening.